Hello everyone. Welcome to this training session. Today we will learn about monitoring of processes in ISO 9001. Every organization works through different processes. For example, sales, planning, production, quality inspection, and dispatch. ISO 9001 requires organizations to monitor these processes regularly. Monitoring helps us understand whether the process is working properly and whether it is delivering expected results. In this session, we will understand how organizations monitor and improve their processes. Welcome to this session on monitoring of processes in ISO 9001. Every organization operates through a series of processes such as sales, planning, production, inspection, and dispatch. ISO 9001 requires organizations not only to establish these processes but also to monitor and evaluate them regularly. Monitoring helps us understand whether our processes are working effectively and delivering expected results. In this session, we will learn how organizations can monitor processes and improve performance. ISO 9001 is structured into several clauses that define the requirements for a quality management system. The initial clauses include scope, references, and definitions. The main operational clauses start from Clause 4 to Clause 10. These include context of the organization, leadership, planning, support, operation, performance evaluation, and improvement. Together, these clauses create a framework that helps organizations maintain consistent product quality and continuously improve their processes. Clause 4 of ISO 9001 focuses on understanding the organization and its context. Organizations must identify internal and external factors that may influence their ability to achieve intended results. These factors can include market competition, technology changes, employee competence, and infrastructure capability. By understanding the organizational context, companies can align their quality management system with business objectives and ensure their processes remain effective and relevant. Understanding the context of an organization helps management make better strategic decisions. When companies analyze their environment, they can identify potential risks and opportunities that may affect operations. For example, increasing competition may require improved product quality or faster delivery. Similarly, technological advancements may require investment in modern equipment or training. Therefore, regularly reviewing the organizational context helps companies remain competitive and responsive to market changes. Clause 4 in ISO 9001 explains the foundation of the quality management system. It contains 4 important subclauses. First, Clause 4.1 understanding the organization and its context. This means identifying internal and external factors that affect the business. Second, Clause 4.2 understanding the needs and expectations of interested parties. Third, Clause 4.3 determining the scope of the quality management system. And finally, Clause 4.4 establishing the quality management system and managing its processes effectively. Clause 4.1 of ISO 9001 focuses on understanding the organization and its context. The organization must determine internal and external issues that may affect its ability to achieve the intended results of the quality management system. These issues must first be identified clearly. Next, they must be monitored continuously to understand any changes. And finally, they must be reviewed regularly by management. This helps the organization stay prepared. External issues are factors that exist outside the organization but still affect business performance. These factors cannot be directly controlled but must be carefully monitored. Examples include government regulations, economic conditions, technological developments, industry standards, and customer expectations. Changes in these factors can create both risks and opportunities. By monitoring external issues regularly, organizations can prepare for changes and adjust their strategies accordingly. Some common examples of external issues include market competition, government policies, and changing customer expectations. For example, increasing competition may force organizations to improve quality and reduce costs. New government regulations may require additional compliance measures. Technological advancements may also require upgrading equipment or adopting new processes. Monitoring these external factors helps organizations stay competitive and adapt to changes in the business environment. Internal issues are factors within the organization that influence operational performance. These may include company culture, employee competency, financial resources, infrastructure, and process efficiency. Unlike external issues, internal factors can be controlled and improved by management. Identifying internal issues helps organizations address weaknesses, improve productivity, and ensure that processes function effectively. Continuous evaluation of internal conditions supports long-term organizational improvement. In manufacturing organizations, internal issues often appear in production activities. Examples include machine breakdowns, shortage of skilled manpower, poor maintenance practices, or inconsistent process control. These issues can directly affect production efficiency and product quality. For instance, machine failure may delay production schedules, while poor process control may result in defective products. Therefore, manufacturing companies must closely monitor operational performance and resolve internal issues quickly. To understand the organizational context in ISO 9001, companies use several analysis tools. Common tools include SWOT analysis, which evaluates strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Another method is PESTLE analysis, which studies political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental factors. Organizations also perform risk analysis to identify possible threats to operations. In addition, management reviews, market research, and customer feedback provide valuable information. Together, these tools help organizations understand their business environment and make better strategic decisions. SWOT analysis is a simple and widely used tool to understand an organization's current position. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Strengths and weaknesses represent the internal factors of the organization, such as resources, skills, or operational limitations. Opportunities and threats are external factors, like market trends, competition, or economic conditions. By analyzing these four areas, organizations can clearly understand their advantages, identify areas for improvement, and plan strategies to achieve their goals more effectively. Here is a simple example of a SWOT analysis. In strengths, the organization may have a skilled workforce and modern machinery, which help improve productivity and product quality. In weaknesses, there may be limitations such as limited production capacity, which can affect the ability to meet large orders. Opportunities include growing market demand, which gives the company a chance to expand and increase sales. Finally, threats may include increasing competition from other companies in the market. This analysis helps organizations plan strategies to improve performance and stay competitive. Clause 4.2 focuses on identifying interested parties related to the quality management system. Interested parties are individuals or groups that can affect the organization or be affected by its activities. These may include customers, employees, suppliers, regulators, and shareholders. Organizations must understand the needs and expectations of these parties because they can influence the success of the QMS. By identifying and monitoring these interested parties, the organization can improve relationships, ensure compliance, and enhance overall business performance. Some common examples of interested parties include customers, employees, suppliers, government authorities, shareholders, the local community, and certification bodies. Each of these stakeholders has different expectations from the organization. For example, customers expect quality products, employees expect a safe and supportive workplace, and government authorities expect legal compliance. Understanding these expectations helps organizations improve their processes, maintain good relationships, and ensure the effectiveness of the quality management system. Customers are one of the most important interested parties in any organization. They expect good product quality, on-time delivery, competitive pricing, and reliable customer service. Meeting these expectations helps build trust and long-term relationships with customers. In ISO 9001, customer satisfaction is a major objective of the quality management system. Organizations must regularly monitor customer feedback and continuously improve their processes to meet or exceed customer expectations. Employees are also important interested parties in an organization. They expect a safe working environment, fair salary, job security, and opportunities for career growth. When these expectations are met, employees feel motivated and valued. This leads to higher job satisfaction and better performance at work. In a quality management system, supporting employees and ensuring their well-being is important because employee satisfaction directly improves productivity and overall organizational success. Suppliers are another important interested party for any organization. They expect timely payment, long-term partnership, and clear product or material specifications. When organizations maintain good communication and fair business practices with suppliers, it helps build trust and reliability. Strong supplier relationships ensure that materials are delivered on time and meet quality requirements. This ultimately supports smooth production operations and consistent product quality within the organization. Government authorities are also key interested parties for any organization. They expect companies to follow legal requirements, protect the environment, and maintain proper workplace safety standards. Compliance with laws and regulations is essential for operating a business responsibly. If an organization fails to meet these requirements, it may face penalties, legal actions, or even business interruptions. Therefore, organizations must regularly monitor regulatory requirements and ensure full compliance to maintain trust and avoid risks. Clause 4.3 explains the scope of the quality management system. The organization must clearly define the boundaries and applicability of its QMS. The scope describes which products and services are covered, which departments are included, and the locations where the system is applied. Defining the scope helps everyone understand where the QMS is implemented and what activities it covers. A clearly defined scope ensures better control, proper implementation, and effective management of quality processes within the organization. Here is an example of a quality management system scope. For instance, an organization may define its scope as manufacture and supply of aluminum extrusion profiles for automotive and industrial applications. This statement clearly explains the main activities and products covered under the QMS. The scope must be properly documented and communicated within the organization so that employees, customers, and auditors clearly understand the areas where the quality management system is applied. While determining the scope of the quality management system, the organization must consider several important factors. These include internal and external issues that may affect the business, the requirements of interested parties, and the products and services provided by the organization. In addition, the organization should review its overall activities and operations. Considering these factors helps define a clear and accurate scope, ensuring that the quality management system is properly applied to all relevant areas of the organization. Clause 4.4 focuses on the quality management system and its processes. The organization must establish, implement, maintain, and continuously improve its quality management system. This means creating a structured system that ensures consistent quality in products and services. The organization must also identify all the processes required for the QMS, understand how these processes interact, and manage them effectively. By controlling these processes, the organization can improve efficiency, maintain quality standards, and achieve customer satisfaction. ISO 9001 follows a process approach to manage and improve organizational activities. In this approach, every process is clearly defined and controlled. Each process has inputs, which are the materials or information required to start the process. Then there are activities, which are the actions performed. These activities produce outputs, which are the results or finished products. The process also requires resources such as people, equipment, and materials, along with clearly defined responsibilities to ensure the process runs effectively. All processes in an organization are connected and interact with each other. For example, the process usually starts with sales, where customer requirements are received. Then it moves to planning, where production schedules are prepared. After that comes production, followed by quality inspection to ensure the product meets standards, and finally dispatch, where the product is delivered to the customer. Understanding how these processes interact helps organizations improve coordination, reduce errors, and increase overall efficiency. Organizations must regularly monitor and measure the performance of their processes to ensure they are working effectively. This is done using key performance indicators. For example, customer complaints help identify product or service issues. On-time delivery shows how well the organization meets customer deadlines. Rejection rate indicates product quality and process control. Production efficiency measures how effectively resources are used. Monitoring these indicators helps organizations identify problems, take corrective actions, and continuously improve their processes. For effective implementation of the quality management system and successful audits, organizations must maintain certain important documents. These typically include a context analysis report, SWOT analysis, interested parties register, and a stakeholder requirement list. In addition, the organization should maintain a QMS scope document and a process map that shows how different processes interact. Maintaining these documents helps demonstrate compliance with ISO 9001 requirements and ensures better control, transparency, and continuous improvement within the organization. Organizations must also maintain important records as evidence of their quality management system activities. These may include management review records, which show top management involvement in the QMS. Risk assessment records help identify and control potential risks. Process monitoring reports track the performance of different processes, and customer feedback records provide information about customer satisfaction. Maintaining these records is very important because they provide documented evidence during audits and demonstrate that the system is effectively implemented. Clause 4 is very important because it helps organizations build a strong foundation for the quality management system. It ensures the organization understands its business environment, including internal and external issues. It also requires identifying stakeholder expectations and their requirements. In addition, the organization must clearly define the scope of the QMS and understand its organizational processes. When these elements are properly defined, it helps the organization implement an effective quality management system and achieve consistent quality and customer satisfaction. In the next training session, we will discuss ISO 9001 to 2015 Clause 5 Leadership. This clause focuses on the role of top management in the success of the quality management system. The key topics include leadership commitment, where management actively supports and promotes quality. We will also discuss the quality policy, which defines the organization's commitment to quality. In addition, we will cover roles and responsibilities, ensuring that everyone in the organization clearly understands their duties within the QMS. Thank you everyone for your time and attention during this training session. I hope this presentation helped you understand the key concepts of ISO 9001 Clause 4 and its importance in building an effective quality management system. Your participation and interest are greatly appreciated. If you have any questions or need further clarification, please feel free to ask. Once again, thank you for your support and participation.